Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. He's a bit Ed.
Yeah.
Is that
Dry, cold.
Oh well. Well, you said this is the best card you've ever put on. Did it live up to expectations?
Yeah, it did. I mean, so many. Sorry.
Sorry.
It was honestly, like, as a fight fan, an honour to even be at. I don't want to sound cheesy, but to see that up close, the quality of fights, gutted for Yafai, but the history from Chocolatito, great fight in Garcia Vargas, Jay Harris, amazing. Joseph Parker back, Madrimov, just an absolute beast. Just brilliant talking to people out there, just fans who just they don't get that,
They don't hate you.
No, they don't hate me. They love me, Andy. They love me. I think I should just move. But I'm walking down there and they're like, man, that card, like they don't get cards like that. It doesn't exist.
Like depth of the cards.
When we had in England, the Sky Sports shows used to be a Commonwealth title fight and an 8-rounder. That was it back in the day. I'm talking 10 years ago, right? And that was it. And we started doing shows mainly because we signed so many fighters that we had no choice, where it was like a European title fight and a Commonwealth title fight. And everyone was like, wow. Then next thing, it's like 4 or 5 title fights on the card. And that's what I believe was one of the contributors to the success of British boxing, where people started tuning in earlier, people started taking note, people started following fighters, people started getting more value for money, and the crowd started to swell, the ratings would increase. And I think that's what we need to do over here. And it's hard because the broadcaster doesn't always, DAZN will say to me, Joe Markowski will say to me, do you think the depth of the card makes a big difference for the numbers? And I'm like, from a TV perspective, yes, but obviously everyone's tuning in for that main event mostly. But in terms of the sport, in terms of the narrative, in terms of what we're trying to do, yes, massively. Because any time you give value for money, it works. Doesn't matter if you're buying a ticket or subscribing to DAZN. If you sit there, watch an amazing night for 4 or 5 hours, turn your TV off or leave the arena, you're going to go, that was fantastic, and I really got value for money. Value for money makes people happy. Value for money makes people buy again. And there can be no downside to putting on a great stacked card. So you're not always going to get it right, but tonight was one of those nights where everybody who watched or everybody who left went, that was fantastic. And that's obviously, listen, there's other nights that don't work out and you walk out and you feel...
You've got to take the rough of the smooth.
You do, but I feel, honestly, when a show don't go your way and it's not great, I feel dreadful, I feel like shit. And I go home and I get home on a Sunday and I'm miserable. But when it goes your way, it's a great feeling because you go on social media and people are saying, amazing show, Eddie. Even the blokes who slag me off will come out and go, great show. I'm like, what? Yeah, it does. It makes you feel great.
When they guys tweet you, is that when you know you've done good then?
Yeah, but there's some people who it's just like constant. But you can't, if you're a boxing fan, you can't not have enjoyed tonight. So even those people might have to say,
well done, Ed.
You're a prick, but good show.
I just want to break down the card a little bit quickly because I know you're pressed for time. You're sweating your bollocks off in that press room, so well done to you. I want to go with Martinez and Jay Harris. I mean, a lot of people didn't give Jay Harris a hoping hell on this fight.
So Andy, I'll be honest. I was walking around watching him all week. I've been there before in fights where Brits are massive underdogs. Gavin Rees against Broner, Darren Barker against Martinez.
Ryan Rose against Andrade.
Yeah. You always hope. Bless Lee Eaton. He's been like running around all week going, oh, it's going to be a tough. I think he can do it, I think. And I remember. I thought you remind me of me when I used to come out. Yeah, but I used to come out with Brian. I think he can do it. And then you get in there, and it just unravels so quickly. And the golfing class is so big, you see it straight away. So in that first round with Jay Harris, I'm thinking this is going to be over in 2 or 3 rounds, and it actually could be embarrassing. He got marked up, he got buzzed a little bit, and then he composed himself. He stuck to the game plan, listened to his dad. He boxed fantastically well. And after 6 rounds, I've got to say, I think it was probably all square. And I'm thinking, Martinez looks a bit flat. Martinez has been, it's probably my fault as well, but I've hyped Martinez up through.
That's your job.
And he's like, you can see him thinking, I can just walk through walls, you know. And he would have learnt a lot tonight as well. And it was only the knockdown and that little bit of momentum in the middle of the fight that changed it. And I thought 118 and 109 was disgusting, to be honest with you. I had him winning by 3 rounds. That was it. And I thought Jay Harris was outstanding.
Madrimov, you called him a beast. I think in the other interview there with Andy from Boxing Social, you said he's ready for a world title now. 5 fights in. Is he ready for that world title now?
I'll put Madrimov in with anybody at 147, 154 or 160.
Wow.
He's unbelievable. He's had, 5 fights?
5 fights, 5 kills, yeah.
I mean, he's a beast. And he's going to be mandated for a world title, so he's good to go. Great fighter.
Quick word on Calify. This was his big breakthrough fight because he needed this fight.
Yeah.
Something like Chocolatito.
It's hard because I was talking to him in the changing room, and it's been consistently hard for him to make 8 stone 3. I mean, who wouldn't it be hard for?
Me and you.
You know, I have to cut both my legs off to make 8 stone. I still wouldn't make it. But you can't move up in weight before you get your big chance or your big payday. So tonight, the pleasing thing is he got his big chance and he got his big payday. Unfortunately, he didn't take his chance for a number of reasons. The weight didn't help, but irrelevant. I mean, he says that he didn't, but quite frankly, he was beaten by the better man. He boxed the wrong fight, probably because I don't think his legs allowed him to box the fight he probably wanted to. But he was not good enough. He was beaten by the better fighter. And when it's Chocolatito, that's no disgrace. I watched that fight and I was in awe of Chocolatito. I was screaming for Cowan, but I was actually thinking, fuck. He'd do something now and again, I'd just go, fuck, he's so good. And he's such an amazing guy. You hear in the presser, I mean, like, what a lovely man. And I'd like to do, we signed Chocolatito. If he won, we now have an option to promote him because we want to give Cal Yafai the rematch clause. But I don't think Cal should exercise a rematch clause because I think he needs to move to bantamweight, and I think he needs to try and win another world title at bantamweight.
Strider for Chocolatito then?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's an amazing fight. I mean, Nicaragua, Mexico unification fight in Mexico or in California, it's just a monstrous fight.
Mikey Garcia, Jesse Vargas.
Switch up to the cookies.
I just want to. The fight was amazing. You spoke about it on numerous occasions. People that saw the fight would think that. But I don't want you to break down the fight. I just want to talk what's next with Mikey Garcia then. Pacquiao seems to be the big name.
Yeah, want to do the Manny Pacquiao
Saudi
fight.
Arabia.
Yeah, get on that now. As I said in the presser, me and Mikey, we're kind of dating. We're not in a confirmed relationship. No, it's not. It's fucking expensive, babe. But we work really well together. So I have to come up. So I've got an option now to promote his next fight, and we would like to do that against Manny Pacquiao. I
got a few tweets when I was at the press conference there. People saying to me, "Ask Eddie about this. Ask Eddie about this." I was on an interview with Sekback and Team Canelo, basically saying it's Saunders. Can you add anything to that?
We haven't agreed any terms. We've had no contract. I went up to Eddy Reynoso tonight and said, "Who are you fighting? Any chance of us finding out?" And he said, "Billy Joe Saunders." But we haven't heard from Golden Boy for a couple of days.
Was this the night you went up to Eddy Reynoso? Yeah.
They know Billy Joe Saunders' number. We're not a million miles away. But the last I was told was, well, if he wants that much, then we'll fight Callum Smith. So I said, okay. But obviously, Canelo and Eddy Reynoso want to fight Billy Joe.
I know Frank Smith's itching to get out of here, so I've got a couple more questions.
Oh, just so we'll wrap it up.
He's on his phone. He's doing stuff on his phone. He's busy. He's doing the numbers. Well, he does it. He's the numbers guy. AJ Pulev, June, Tottenham Hotspur, announced, ready to rock and roll.
Not yet.
No?
Well, not announced, but not officially announced, but we've agreed terms, and we'll announce that next week officially.
What about White Ball?
White Pavecum, probably Monday.
Monday. Good stuff. Well, I think that's it. I think that's wrapped up. Anything you would like to add, Eddie?
No. Get ready for Manchester next week. Quick against Jono.
Jono's
going to be lively.
I'm watching. I'm not going, but yeah, I'll watch it on TV.
You'll watch it on the box.
I'll watch it in the box. On a paid pay-per-view for that, Eddie, if you did put it on.
Oh yeah, was there still time?
Cheers, Eddie. Thanks very much,
mate.
as always.